This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
So, on this book, Dreams Before Dating, there's a place where Benjamin says, emotions do not reason. You know how he talks. Emotions do not reason. It would be best if you used your brain to reason. So when I was reading that, I wrote there, beetroot juice. You like serving us some bitter things. Oh my goodness, please get yourself a copy of this book. If you're 25 and below, I think even environs of 25, like 26, 27 there, you know, just when you're figuring yourself out, please get yourself a copy of this book, or you can buy it for someone who is within that age bracket. And if you're doing a take two of your life, a take two of your 20s, in your 30s, sometimes even 40s, you find yourself doing a take two. I know you don't like that, but some of us are there. You can also get yourself a copy. And 3 other wonderful books that Benjamin has, particularly this one about healing. It's an amazing book that encourages us to commence our best life. So each book is going for 1,000 bob. You can order through the WhatsApp number on your screen, and we are going to get it to you from anywhere you are around the country, around the world. This is the Benjamin Zulu Show. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Lily, and today we are talking about how to identify BEN10s and playboys before getting scammed. Okay. Give it to us.
And thank you for you guys who are still encroaching on the book for prison vibes. But let me remind the 18 to 24, these guys is because they know the consequences. That's why they keep reading your material.
Yeah.
They have seen what can go wrong. So they are hungry. They're trying to read everything they can read.
Yeah.
But remember, I wrote this specifically for you. We are using your language in that book.
Yes.
If you are 18 or basically secondary school and university, and immediate graduates, those who graduate on 22, 23, 24, 25, get this book. And it is using your language. It is meant for you. I am jealous for that you age you are in. I am afraid that you may not know the resource you are holding, and you may sell it for 2 shillings.
Yeah.
I hope I can convince you that by reading the right materials, I could not find books that were age appropriate for beginners of life.
Ah, okay.
They're very rare. We do not have people talking about, what about the language of feelings? Just the language of feelings.
Yeah.
Getting this crash, being stressed by this auntie, the other uncle, starting to break free, starting to find. I could not find a person just discussing those. They seem petty to grown-ups.
Yeah.
But they are big for that age group. For example, you finish school, should you go back home because Uncle Nahashon has been sent with his station wagon to carry your luggage back home, up country. And you know, when you're taken back there, you're going back to Egypt. That place has no growth. That place, they're just, because now you're good for chores, so that you can help them run chores, go graze the cows and water the goats and milk the other one, drop the coffee there, to go to the running of, and then you're sucked back in. You never come out except through another second fight for independence. Those are the issues we discuss here. And how to balance your feelings when they're screaming and the time is not right.
And then for some reason in that environment, the girls always get a child or 2.
You know.
Yeah.
And your life is totally altered.
Yeah.
Your story is gone. You know. And the John and Wamuhu thing. Some boys have so much promise, but because there's a girl, they are getting close, hanging out because they fear boredom a lot. They think boredom is a disease. They avoid it like a plague. So they look for each other to kill boredom. Come, we kill boredom. They end up killing other things. Not just the boredom. So they watch news, they move from watching news to making news. So this book is talking the language of that age group. Can you please get it for that kid in secondary school? The birthday for that kid in graduating, this people like Lily are grabbing it because they have seen life and they know what can go wrong. They just want to be sure they're not missing out.
Yeah.
That's what life does to you.
I'm reading everything, even dating, right? Toxic relationships.
So Lily has other titles, but they're still coming to her title. You guys have only one. Can you take this first?
This is good. And it's very interesting. You have also infused a lot of humor here, and your tone is here. It's not like an academic style of writing. It's the exact way that Benjamin talks. You hear him when you're reading this.
I can't wait for teachers to say, this is what I give to my kids when they score well.
Oh, yeah.
I can't wait to hear a teacher saying, when my kids have an event, this is what, graduation, this is what I carry. When I'm gifting, the gifts you've been thinking. Get this book, get 10 of them. Whenever one of them comes around, hand it to them. This is my gift to you.
Yeah.
Whenever one comes, I've heard people saying, 10 this one to my alma mater, the school I went to. Send 10 to this primary, send to this secondary, 10 to this college. Just let them put in the library.
Wow. Yes.
I've heard people doing that, saying, I wish I knew this at the right time. Let me help another one know it. Instead of doing damage control, we can do anticipatory training. Why are you spending hundreds of thousands just educating them the curriculum of career and so little investment in the curriculum of life? When you're buying those sets of the books, they're going for College of Engineering or whatever, add this one there.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go to now the BEN10s and Playboys.
Yes.
Although we are using the word Playboy, do not think of the young group only.
Okay.
Many ladies are allergic to young boys. There aren't anybody younger than them. So that's not, the young boys don't threaten them.
Yeah.
They can sense and they can see you're very excited. Please, can you go take some water? You need some water.
I noticed that when I'm talking to someone on the phone, I can already gauge his age and plug out
exactly.
Yeah.
Now, many people are like, Lily, they will not go ahead when they say, these boys. You're like, my young bro, what's wrong with you? Have you finished your test? Go do your exams, concentrate. Life is hard. Think about your future. Even mentor them a little bit. Give them some motivational speech. They are coming with all this romance. Let her be motivated. Now, some counseling session. Please stop taking your mind to. So, the struggle with young men is not for everyone.
Yeah, and we recommend this book. There's a book by Benjamin.
Even send them a link. If you watched, I block them. You can't read that. I can't help you.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about boys in terms of the 20s. Any boy in 20s is a time wastage. Please. Even if you're 28 yourself, and he's also 28, stop wasting time. Stop wasting time.
Which I mean, just yesterday I met someone who married at 27 and he's been married for 9 years and they seem stable. Yeah,
that's okay. Because marriage was all he wanted.
Benjamin.
Thank you. Remember. Remember. Life is not just about love and marriage. People have stayed,
he has a career.
People have stayed married for 40 years. Listen, and we're not saying it's cast in stone. We're not saying, but we're saying out of our research, out of all the studies, anybody with a conscious life to live took the time for preparation. Anybody who sacrificed the time for preparation lost something, even if they don't tell you the name of what they lost. That's what we are saying.
But everyone loses something.
No. If you lose what you're supposed to live for.
Gosh. Women in Kali.
You can lose a shoe. But if you lose in the direction of your calling. So, young men, it's okay. Even you are 24, you can marry. No problem. No problem. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's your life. God allowed you that. Who am I to take away what God gave you? The freedom.
Uncle Benjamin ain't happy.
All right. So, if that's all you wanted to live for, go ahead. We said some did it out of ignorance.
Okay.
Without knowing seasons of life. Because in campus it seemed okay, especially those of faith.
Christian Union.
Yeah. As long as they are pure, they're not fornicating. And they come back to encourage others. We started here. He was the chair in this committee. As in chair, we are still going strong.
Benjamin.
So we are saying we are not talking about the young group.
Okay.
If you value your calling, you will take time to go look for it. That's the idea of marrying when you've found where you're going with your life. You understand? If you value passion, and for me, love is meaningless unless it's within the context of calling and passion and having evolved to be conscious and then engage with life from a place of peace and perspective, not neediness and loneliness and social pressure. People are getting married. Why am I not finding anyone? Season now. Come, anybody. Okay, come. That's how many marry when they're marrying as a group.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The group thing.
Yes.
Group think.
Yes. Yes. A lot of men, by the time they know where they're going in life, they're 30 beyond.
Okay.
90. We may have a percentage that was closely mentored. Those who have closely mentored and shown the way may be ready earlier. But even them, I find it to be 28, not anywhere below.
Okay.
By the time a person is married at 27, they started dating when they were how old? To identify the person when? How old was that lady? What were they doing at that age? So let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not go there. I've not fully digested
BEN10s and Playboys. BEN10s and Playboys is, we're talking about those men who are of any age, 54, 34, 60, 48.
Oh. Oh, BEN10?
Yes.
How?
Okay, we did another show to focus on young people, but I'm using the word Playboy to warn you that although we're using the word Playboy, don't think of the younger set only.
Okay, so it can be someone who is advanced.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're talking about a person who otherwise would have been a candidate.
Okay.
Otherwise would have been a good person you can consider life with. BEN10s obviously the younger set, but we did a show a lot about them. But the behaviors these guys show, it's almost cutting across.
Okay.
Until you find somebody still a wannabe, they still just bank on their body. They still just bank on the physique. They still bank on, the pleasure they can give you in bed to hang into your life, the fun they can bring. Yeah. The first caution is you should look for a man who can inspire you to dream. Once you set the bar there, you cut them away. Before you talk to any man, you should always know, I want a man who can make me dream. Some people can praise you, call you queen in a vague way. Just praise you, angel, angel. I've never seen angel. Where will he going to see angel and he lives among demons? Anyway, so.
Okay. See that coming.
Some people call you things that they're just empty poetry. They don't even know who you are.
Yeah.
It's just, and it feels inauthentic, fake, superficial.
Yes.
Somebody said, I broke up with that person on religious grounds. They thought they were God, and I knew they were Satan. Religious grounds.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Just savage, but try to say.
Yeah. That's one of your top students. Must be one of your top students.
So, the first thing is the standard you operate with, and all of them will fall short. All the playboys cannot inspire you to dream. They bring you down to sexual heat and fire, romantic and urgent, compulsive feelings. Let me tell you, sometimes you can't read people. You don't have enough time to add 1 + 1. But how they make you feel is enough signal. What do they arouse in you? The right man arouses aspiring, dreaming, flying, wanting to do more, moving forward with your own life, not running to where he is.
Oh.
The right men make you fall for them indirectly. When you look at what your life is becoming, for just them being around your life. They're not just trying to enclose you for themselves. They're seeing the life, things you're capable of, what you can do. And they pick your gifts objectively, not imagine. They don't just imagine them.
Yeah. Yes.
They pick a real thing, and I saw how you did this, you did that. Have you ever thought of this and that?
Yeah.
I realize I watched your shows, but whenever the show is around this area, you really become passionate. And they pick an area. By the way, come to think about it. How about you do an entire show on that? And then you do it, it brings you to life. What are they doing? They're bringing you to your strengths. They're mirroring what, with the time you realize, by just a few suggestions and reflections by this person, I'm getting more aligned. I'm finding my nerve. I'm finding my scent. I'm finding. You fall for them because they make your life better.
Yeah.
A BEN10 on the other side will be just focusing on your body and what they can do to you. You feel threatened and they think they're seducing.
Yeah.
Some people arrive and say, call you the mother of their children. Should that be romantic? It's not supposed to be. People are just crude. And so the people have learned to just charm you. And they have mastered how to just touch the right chords of your body and this and that. And I could not move just thinking about you. I couldn't go to work.
Yeah.
You need to work. In this life, we need to pay some things with the money.
Yeah, please. Go to work. Yeah.
So there are people who, when they enter your life, it's not elevation. They drag. The effect of their life on you is drag. A lot of men know that. A lot of men know instinctively that there's some ladies you talk with, and just by the way she has packaged herself, the ladies take their time to package their body like a sausage, ready to eat,
Okay. Yeah, but we've seen them. Let me know. Yeah, we know them. Yeah.
You are not planning on eating. Yes, a guy you left in the house actually planning to go to work. You had a very pure motive. For that day, your plans were straightforward.
Yeah.
But for the brief moment you met with a friend in that restaurant and the waiter came to serve you, she messed up your chemical balances.
Yeah.
And you feel a lot. But there's nothing deep connection. All of it is physical and superficial.
Yeah.
So this man now can try to charm. Sometimes they charm with revenge because that's what you paraded before them.
Okay. Oh. Are you saying I made him do it?
No.
Oh.
When you become brazen. Remember, we're not talking about dressing, wear beautiful. These people don't care about beautiful. They just want to arouse sexual feelings.
Yeah. Yeah.
The people who intentionally, all they want is for you to see the snack. The sausage. So just imagine you're there. That's the idea of charm. But they can't maintain it.
Okay.
They cannot maintain it. It takes physique. You can use a lot of sexual energy to catch attention, but you need a lot of character energy to maintain it. And they don't have any character energy. They don't have any.
Wow.
Those are the ones who don't care whether you're married or this or that. So long as they can get the benefit. They know they can't qualify. They have never invested. That's why I want men. If a lady has been in a relationship from 18 and she's 26 now, you're marrying what? What CV is that? What are you marrying there? This is a person who has never faced her life. Those are the most toxic people. They drag you. They can't even understand simple concepts. A person just being with a man or with men, it's all about sexual relationship. From as early as she left home, she can't even face life alone. She'll be so clingy and you need a person who, if they had messed up their life relationships, from the time they stopped that nonsense, a period of time she has taken to heal, to transform. And we said, if you are very benevolent, 2 years, and 2 years is nothing. For a person to prepare for life, my friend, the minimum you expect for them on being on their own and reading books and attending conferences and exposing themselves to knowledge, 5 block of years. 5 years.
Okay.
Minimum. That's why you find a book, notebooks, full of notes.
Yeah.
In the house.
Yeah.
Showing you this one was this conference, this one is a conference, this point, this speaker we met here, this one we went. If you don't see that, you are marrying a burden. A very beautiful burden. Some burdens are really decorated.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sumptuous. And because that has been her life. Men will still be her life. Emotional intelligence will still be her life. That has been her life. Sometimes men can we think. And I'm using men a lot because I realize we are so poor in reading the character of women. When she talks, oh my God, you're so nice. You stop it. The guy is hypnotized.
And sometimes he will leave the virtuous woman and go to that other lady who is
because
very
she,
brazen.
Yes.
Yeah.
She saw that.
And the virtuous one is holding on to her goodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the virtuous girls, we say they should also learn how to dress for the season.
Okay.
Like a romantic girl.
Yeah.
Not just a working woman.
Okay. All right.
They're straight-faced working woman. That's so masculine. Make sure you Song of Songs. When the season comes, please move from Chronicles to Song of Songs.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
And do you remember that I requested that you write a Songs of Benjamin? Don't forget.
Okay.
Benjamin, look at your books. They have fire and brimstone. We need a soft
romance will arrive, but we are mixing it there inside as a spice.
Okay.
So, all right. The first trait is you should have a standard that this person should inspire you, and those people only come to make you feel sexually inflamed are always playboys. They have no other entry point. That's why they seduce well-to-do women who have material, money they can live on. And the second symptom of these BEN10s, okay, let's take playboys, because BEN10s in our heads are young boys.
Yeah. And
we have really conversed on that, and we have said, because there's a group that is not tempted too much by younger boys. They don't, it doesn't click.
Yeah.
Even if you hide, some boys lie about their age. They add a few years.
We hear it in your voice. Don't bother. Even if you have a deep voice, we hear it in the accent.
Yeah. Even the way they type,
Yeah. Yes.
There's a generational language. The second trait is when they seem stuck, but they cannot explain it. For them, that's life, that's normal. They tend to use the language that I'm not competing with anyone, I'm taking my time. On the surface, it's a good thing not to compete with people, isn't it?
Yeah.
But just because you're not competing does not mean you're not moving. You do have eternity. So some of these people have no progress in their life, and you can see a very old person doing a job of a very young person.
Yeah.
A job that is not age appropriate.
Yeah.
It's a hassle for them. The job they're doing is very small, but there's nobody of that age there. People of your age have moved on.
Yeah.
They're doing a very tiny hassle. When you look at it, you're wondering, is it a crisis? Are you trying to pick yourself up after something? People can start anywhere when things have crumbled. But should they stay there?
No.
You find a person who has stayed in a tiny job for Form 4 leavers. And they are like the age of the fathers of those Form 4 leavers. And they're stuck there. Anybody can start with a motorbike, with a border, can start anywhere. People can start on small jobs, somewhere in life, rather than sitting down.
Yeah.
But now that they are connected and they're experienced, do you know many times when you have lived a meaningful life, your friends will not even allow you to do some things?
Yes.
They say, no, don't. Okay, can you be an office messenger for 1 month as you look for what you're doing? And they say, this guy, we have seen him, no problem. How much? Let's give him the amount of money. Okay, but this is a car, just drop the message, just run errands for the office as you look for a thing to do.
Yeah.
When you find people doing Form 4 leavers job, they have never invested in relationships. And if they have just started there for 1 month and built themselves, that's okay. But you see them progressing because of experience, progressing because of networking, progressing because they can convince people, because they have respectability of a father image, isn't it? If you find a guy just selling fruits, a small job, tiny, look like a starting job, but you see their composure is mature. You trust them more if this person is trying to provide for their family. Something happened. But when you find the character, that's what makes you become a repeat customer, isn't it?
Yes.
Character.
Yes.
Find, oh, you look like my daughter. How is your family? And how is you doing? Okay, come tomorrow. There are people we have bought for years because of the character, which they do it so well, and you see them growing, you see them expanding. You feel this is a person I can trust.
Yeah.
We let them carry our kids. Schools like those older group for drivers. They are not too testosterone driven, trying to overtake something everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you find those people, you tend to trust them because you think by this point they have a fatherly, composure.
Yeah. Yes.
But when you find a person on those jobs, they have been stuck there, they are bitter, they have no explanation, they have not accepted themselves, they are defensive, they can't even converse, they are not at peace. You know very well, this one is stranded, they don't build a life, they're looking for somebody to hop onto. But before, you know what they really do? They lie to you a lot. One sign of liars and playboys is their life is surrounded with half-truths, exaggerated things.
Yes.
By the time you find the real thing, they avoid you coming to their place. They end up coming to your place. So they avoid you coming to their workplace or their home to knowing how they live by many excuses. Currently, this person, we're putting up with another person. Currently, this my job, my car is far away. Currently, my job, currently, explanations.
Yeah.
And they want you to talk about everything else except their life.
Yeah.
And they have a very polished language. You know, they have, and they're very available. You text anytime, they reply immediately. No problem with people reply immediately. But you should be worried when a person seems to
always be available.
If anybody texts Lily now, they'll have to wait for a while.
Yes.
Lily's on a show.
Yes.
She has a job. There are times when you have a job.
Yeah.
There are times when you are engaged with life. And an hour or two may pass. I'll come back to you.
Yeah.
As you said, normal people don't stay whole day before replying to normal people.
Yes.
Visiting the washroom is enough break to text back, okay? The meal time, okay?
Yeah.
People should not give you excuse of...
It should not be an extreme, either extreme.
No.
Yeah.
So these people are replying instant. Are they holding their phone the whole day? What are they doing in their life? Those are the ones who become now online trolls, just trolling people. Chatting everywhere, texting everywhere, online. And if they can find bundles, they just want to come to your house and they remain in the internet the whole day. You know, eating food. So the thing has to say...
Eating your food.
And they really eat.
They really eat.
Because they're just there.
Oh gosh.
You know, funny enough, work prevents you from eating too much because you don't have the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the days that you're not working, because you're snacking here, biting here, you're eating more. But when you're busy with life, you take a meal and you go.
Yeah.
Hours go, and you realize the same meal I made yesterday is still there. Because I'm busy.
Yeah.
you know. So this to say, the second sign is when you realize they're obviously behind their phase of life. They're behind their generation. And that sign is they're living a fake life. When you see people living a wannabe life, you know how cons dress good suits, polished? Cons. So that you can believe them.
Yeah.
Trust them with their things and they con you.
Yes.
The cons of life do the same. Sometimes not physical suit. It's a car that they can't fuel. It's a house that is in arrears for 19 months. Why are you running in arrears for a year?
Yeah.
When it's not working, you shift within 2 months or something.
Exactly.
Why in so big arrears? You have to play hide and seek with the landlord?
With the landlord gets tired of you and gets agents to deal with you.
You know?
Yeah.
Why are you running after disappearing from the bank? So that they don't tow the car away. Why are you living a fake life? You know? Another sign of fake life is huge debts. Why are you accumulating huge debts? You know, huge debts are usually a sign of poor decisions, being an empath, unable to say no, being exploited by people, or living beyond your means. Usually two things, by the way.
Yeah.
You have a very expensive addiction. You are buying things you can't afford. You're gambling. You're doing something that you can't afford.
Yeah.
Or it's not you. It's that you are too weak to say no. People keep coming to you saying, build us a house. You start building them a house.
Oh.
You come in and say, help me buy this car. You take a loan.
Your pastor is fundraising.
You take a loan.
You're there. Oh my goodness.
All those things are okay when they're done in the right measure, isn't it?
Yes.
You can facelift your parents' house.
Yes.
It's a noble deed to say thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
But if you take a 5-year loan to build them, and then your brother who needed a car, who needed a ticket to fly to Australia to try their luck there, you take another loan. Then you take another top up. For the other one is going to call it that. By the time somebody is trying to marry Lily, they are 19 million.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be careful with this Ben who you discover the debts. Many people don't tell you how much in debt they are.
They don't.
You discover it by intuition, by being sensitive. It is shown by small cracks. It is shown by small cracks. You sense. Why are they always broke?
Always broke.
Yes. A person operates taxi, but they are not in any app because they are in debt in all the apps. Just tell you, oh, my phone had an issue. So it had an issue yesterday, the whole week, next week. My friend is trying to request you, but are you in that area?
How long though can they keep this up?
Let me tell you, because they are clever and they know you are trusting, they can play you. They have all the time to think what you might be thinking. But I'll give you the solution. One way to learn people quickly, Lily, is I want you to sharpen your discernment. There's a book like that by Robert Liardon, Sharpen Your Discernment. So I want you to sharpen your people understanding so that you can, one person said by following our teachings for 2-3 years, they say, that guy was saying, there before I was very dumb in reading women. I could not even get it. I was always calmed. I was always destabilized.
Okay.
But he's saying now I can size up women in 30 minutes of conversation. He knows what to check. I want you to develop your ability to read people in one conversation. One. You don't need many dates. You don't need your heart to already get involved. You don't need your hopes to go up.
Yeah.
How many heartbreaks, small heartbreaks can you endure before you give up?
We can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you realize we are this person chatting, we're chatting, pick it up there. That day, do a phone call, do a video, whatever. Before you even get to video, phone call is enough. Just to hear your vibe and what you're doing. You pin a few things, this, the other. Excuse me.
Yeah. Yeah. No, like, I think for me, my freeing moment was when I stopped trying to figure it out. You know, when you see a gap, I think I was those Kenyans who, you know, some strange thing has fallen from the sky, I go there. Nowadays, I'm like, I don't know what that is, and I'm not going to try to figure it out.
I don't need to figure it out.
Yeah, yeah.
Part of what I realize we struggle with is when we don't believe that it's over. We have too much hopes. We are too impatient. We want to make everybody the one.
Yeah.
When you're too hopeful, too expectant, you end up forcing things. So the lesson here is develop your ability to read people quickly. And how? By having your non-negotiables at your fingertips. What can't work for you? Then you have the preferables but not must-haves. Those ones you prefer. When a person is coming from this region, is of this tribe, come from this country, of this kind of, you know. One guy had an obsession to get a Mzungu lady, a white lady. It was not for marriage, just these obsessions.
Just to date.
Imagine.
Okay.
Maybe to reverse the colonialism or something. Some people have ambitions. You don't know where it came from.
Yeah.
If you have a preference for a particular region, but you're saying, I'll prefer, but it doesn't have to be. If I meet the person who meets these must-haves for me, I'll be okay. All right? But some people are really particular with the regions. Be personal with it. It will help you make decisions early.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, you learn to see early cracks in character. Small lie. If they lie about where they are, what time, small things, they will lie on big things. When they lie when the stakes are small, how much do they lie when the stakes are high?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If lack of punctuality sometimes shows lack of seriousness with life, not just with you. Don't always take it personally. If a person can't keep time, it's not always about you. They just can't keep up with life. They're always lagging behind. I was afraid because I had seen men clash over with their women, like, because a woman who can't get ready on time. We're leaving at 8 and she's not ready at 8.
Yeah.
And the guy is frustrated. The day starts on a very bad footing. And some you can't tell until you have to do something together.
Yeah.
And they can put up an act. Or if they keep time, they go in a bad mood because you made them not be ready. You rushed them. So you're caught up.
Yeah.
You know, the lesson here is to say you should learn how to see early signs, respect them, and number 2, have your fingertips. Have at your fingertips what is non-negotiable. And when you see a person who is conspicuously out of season, do not over-explain it.
Okay.
And when you see a person who is approaching you and they leave you feeling just sexually excited, you're not being inspired to dream.
Yeah.
Even if you can't pick the details, that's their vibe. Yes.
Wow, that was a good show.
Thank you.
That was a good show, because when, especially those men who are of that eligible age
Yes.
bracket,
Yes.
and some of them even have a career of sorts going on,
Correct.
it's easy to just accept them quickly and say,
Correct.
oh, they're of age.
Correct.
Yeah, so thank
Correct.
you for bringing that to our minds.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned. Tomorrow we are going to be talking about, was your star stolen? I'm really looking forward to that episode. See you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Hartmans. We're converging to learn together, because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal